Have you ever walked into a 5-star hotel and felt an immediate wave of tranquility wash over you? Your shoulders drop, your breathing slows, and somehow, the chaos of the outside world just melts away. It's not magic, and it's not a coincidence. What you're experiencing is the result of millions of dollars in research, psychology, and meticulous design, all engineered to hijack your senses and create a feeling of profound calm. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the hidden science luxury hotels, used to make you feel like you've entered a sanctuary the moment you step through their doors. Let's start with something you probably never consciously noticed, but your brain absolutely did. The moment you enter a luxury hotel lobby, the sound changes. That transition isn't accidental. Luxury hotels invest heavily in acoustic engineering to create what designers call a sound envelope. The Peninsula hotels, for example, employ acoustic consultants who measure decibel levels down to the fraction, ensuring lobby noise never exceeds 45 decibels, roughly equivalent to a quiet library. Compare that to a typical office environment at 60 to 70 decibels, and you begin to understand why your nervous system responds so differently. But it goes deeper than just volume control. Luxury hotels carefully curate the type of sounds you hear. Studies published in the Journal of Environmental Psychology have shown that certain sound frequencies can reduce cortisol levels, the hormone associated with stress. This is why you'll often hear water features in high-end hotel lobbies. The sound of flowing water produces what acousticians call pink noise, a natural sound frequency that masks more jarring noises while simultaneously triggering relaxation responses in the brain. The Four Seasons has taken this so seriously that they position water features at specific distances from reception desks, calculated to provide maximum acoustic benefit without causing distraction. Then there's the invisible factor that's working on you from the moment you arrive. Something so subtle you'd never consciously recognize its scent. The luxury hotel industry has invested millions into what's called scent branding, or olfactory design. Hotels like the Ritz-Carlton have developed signature scents, custom-designed fragrance blends that are diffused throughout their properties worldwide. But this isn't just about smelling nice. Research from the Sense of Smell Institute demonstrates that scent is processed by the limbic system, the same part of your brain that handles emotions and memory. This means scent bypasses your rational thinking and goes straight to your emotional core. Luxury hotels typically use combinations of lavender, which has been clinically proven to reduce anxiety and lower heart rate, along with subtle notes of white tea, fig, or bergamot. The same Regis hotels use a custom blend called Caroline's 400 that includes notes of champagne and cassis, designed specifically to evoke feelings of celebration and relaxation. These aren't randomly chosen fragrances. Hospitality groups conduct extensive testing with focus groups, measuring physiological responses like heart rate variability and galvanic skin response to determine which scent combinations produce the strongest calming effects. Now let's talk about what you can see, because the visual environment in luxury hotels is a masterclass in psychological manipulation, and I mean that in the most positive way possible. Color theory plays an enormous role here. You'll rarely see bright reds, harsh whites, or intense blacks in luxury hotel common areas. Instead, designers gravitate toward what's called an earth tone palette, featuring warm neutrals, soft grays, muted blues, and gentle greens. There's hard science behind this choice. Research published in the journal Color Research and Application shows that exposure to these colors can decrease blood pressure and slow heart rate within minutes. The lighting is equally calculated. Luxury hotels avoid overhead fluorescent lighting like the plague because it operates at a frequency that causes eye strain and subtle agitation, even if you're not consciously aware of it. Instead, they use multiple layers of warm LED lighting, typically between 2700 and 3000 Kelvin on the color temperature scale, which mimics the warm glow of sunset. This specific color temperature triggers melatonin production, the hormone that prepares your body for rest. Hotels like Ammon Resorts take this even further with circadian lighting systems that automatically adjust color temperature throughout the day, supporting your body's natural rhythms. Spatial design is another critical element. High ceilings in luxury hotel lobbies aren't just about grandeur. Research from the Journal of Consumer Research reveals that ceiling height actually affects how we think. Higher ceilings promote what psychologists call relational processing, a more relaxed, creative, and free-form thinking style, as opposed to the detail-oriented, stressed thinking that lower ceilings tend to produce. The Waldorf Astoria in New York features lobby ceilings that soar to over 30 feet, specifically to create this psychological effect. The spacing of furniture matters tremendously as well. Luxury hotels follow what environmental psychologists call proxemics, the study of how physical space affects human behavior and comfort. Seating areas are positioned to provide what researchers identify as optimal personal space, typically maintaining at least 6 feet between separate groupings. This prevents the feeling of crowding without creating a sense of emptiness. It's a delicate balance that requires extensive planning and, often, multiple redesigns before it feels intuitively right. Let's move to something you definitely feel, but might not understand: temperature and air quality. Luxury hotels maintain lobbies between 68 and 72 degrees Fahrenheit. The range studies show most people find comfortable and calming, but temperature is only part of the equation. Air quality in 5-star properties is monitored and controlled with the same precision you'd find in a hospital operating room. Advanced HVAC systems featuring HEPA filters remove particulates, while humidity is maintained between 40 and 60%, the range that feels most comfortable to human skin and respiratory systems. Some luxury properties have gone even further. Six Senses Hotels employs what they call wellness air systems that not only purify but also gently infuse spaces with negative ions. While the science on negative ions is still debated in some circles, preliminary research suggests they may increase serotonin levels and improve mood. Whether it's the ions themselves or simply the result of pristine air quality, guests consistently report feeling more relaxed in these environments. The human element cannot be overlooked. Staff training in luxury hotels is extraordinarily comprehensive, often lasting several months. Employees learn not just service standards but also psychology and emotional intelligence. They're trained to read body language, adjust their energy to match guests, and create what hospitality professionals call emotional congruence. If you arrive stressed, staff are trained to project calm through their posture, speaking pace, and tone of voice. Mirror neurons in your brain unconsciously pick up on these cues, and gradually, your nervous system begins to synchronize with their calm demeanor. Even the pace of service is calculated. At luxury properties, you'll notice staff never rush. This isn't inefficiency, it's intentional design. Research in service psychology shows that hurried service creates anxiety in customers, while a measured, deliberate pace promotes feelings of being cared for and reduces stress. Everything from how quickly a receptionist speaks to how long a bellahop pauses before reaching for your luggage has been considered and choreographed. Here's something that might surprise you: luxury hotels actually study your body language and emotional state to refine these techniques continuously. Major hotel groups employ behavioral psychologists as consultants who observe guest interactions, sometimes using discrete eye tracking technology and other biometric measures to understand what design elements and service approaches produce the strongest positive responses. This isn't invasive surveillance, it's observational research aimed at perfecting the guest experience, and the results feed back into design standards that are implemented across entire hotel chains. The cumulative effect of all these elements, the sounds, scents, colors, lighting, spatial design, air quality, and human interaction, creates what psychologists call a multisensory congruent environment. When all your senses receive consistent signals that say, "You're safe, you're comfortable, you can relax," your brain has no choice but to believe it. Your parasympathetic nervous system activates, your stress hormones decrease, and you experience that signature feeling of luxury hotel calm. Understanding these techniques doesn't diminish their effectiveness. If anything, It's remarkable that these principles, backed by decades of psychological and environmental research, work so reliably across cultures and individuals. The next time you step into a luxury hotel and feel that immediate sense of peace, you'll know you're experiencing the culmination of countless hours of research, design, and human expertise, all focused on one goal: making you feel like you've escaped the world, even if just for a moment. If you found these insights fascinating, you're going to love what we have coming next. We're diving deep into more hidden psychology behind the luxury industry, from restaurants to retail spaces, uncovering the invisible forces that shape your experiences every single day. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. And if this video changed how you think about luxury hotels, show some love with a like, and let me know in the comments which luxury hotel chain you think does this best. Your engagement helps us bring you more content like this. Until next time, stay curious, and remember, now that you know the secrets, you can't unsee them.